What's going on, everyone? Mike back from Iron Nation and Garage, another tractor video. John Deere LT133 engine removal. I'm going to show you guys all the basics on how to get an engine out. Very, very simple. Walk you through it. We're going to do this one quick today. So, all right, good luck. A John Deere LT, my little guy on there, LT133, probably a 90s tractor, I think from the mid 90s, late 90s, LT133. It's a barn find that I got. Wiring was all messed up. I already had a guy come and actually buy all the wiring for it. Drove about 200 miles from Maryland to buy wiring, the original wiring harness. So that's all gone. We just, I sold the mower deck already, that's gone. The gas tanks on these are also, I guess, very rare, and they're hard to find. So we're gonna do that gas tank on eBay. Yeah, these are good tractors. So we're gonna work on getting the engine off. I'm draining the oil first. The oil drain is right here. We're gonna pull this. You just gotta loosen this little guy here. Get this going. This should just loosen up and then run out. It's twisted a certain way where that notch is. Would pull out, and then there we go. Pull out, there we go, and she's draining. So we're draining our oil. Normally I say get your oil hot before you drain it, but in this case I couldn't. So oil doesn't look too bad. So oil's coming out, and then from there we're gonna get our throttle cables and choke cables disconnected right here. Get all this disconnected. I'm sorry, right here, you can see it here. And then we'll get our fuel line disconnected, get our starter disconnected, and then we're gonna go underneath, get our PTO disconnected, and then get our engine bolts off and pull it off. All right. So update for you guys and girls. This one's easier. My fuel line was cut. I know I didn't do that. So that's already done. This one has a fuel shutoff right here. You can see fuel shutoff. Well, that's when it's usually running with it, it's on. So this would be, that should be off. And our starter cable has already been separated from our solenoid right here. So our solenoid's right here, that's already off, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's disconnected and all our wiring's disconnected. This is probably gonna be one of the easiest engine removals I've had in a long time. And if you guys have been subscribed to the channel, you'll know I do quite a bit of engine removals. And this one will probably be one of the easiest ones. So most of our stuff is already disconnected. Fuel line, starter's already disconnected. Electrical's already disconnected. We're just draining oil, and I'm gonna be underneath this thing here before you know it. So our oil's still draining, and I'm gonna work on PTO next underneath. So hope everyone's doing well. We got almost a 90-degree day here, and just trying to stay cool. But these LT133s are pretty neat little engine, and it's a John Deere, I think these are the Kawasaki 13 horsepower engine on these guys. Kawasaki being one of my more preferred engines over the Kohler and the Briggs. So nice little engine on that. So, and you could put these engines on a lot of different types of applications as well. So oil's drained out. Instead of crawling on the ground with a jack in order to save time, we got her propped up against the wall. We have already used the air gun, guys and girls. We've got our PTO, so we've taken our bolt out of the PTO. As you can see, that's out. Now we still have pressure on here. I think our drive belt, look at our drive belt. We got to loosen tension on that on the brake. So we're gonna get tension on that, or loosen the tension. That should then hopefully fall down. Let's hope we're not rusted on. Let's check it out. I'm gonna drop the tractor back down. All right, we're not rusted on, so that's a positive. Mower deck belt will go around this part of the pulley. Drive belt goes around here. So we put our brake in right here. Okay, and we locked our brake up there. Okay, so now we have the drive belt is a lot looser. So as you can see, this guy's able to pull down. Let me just get this belt off actually. Let's see if we can pull it off it and just put it up above it. You can see that. She should just fall down. I'm gonna angle you guys up like that. My apologies. I don't have the tripod out. and that's off. And we are off, as you can see, drive belts here, and then we're gonna find our engine bolts up in here now. Hopefully they're not too hard to get to. And we'll pull those off. Okay, so the PTO bolt right here, 5/8. Okay, so everyone knows 5/8 on that. And then your engine bolts, I've got an extension on here. Engine bolts are 13 millimeter. All right, I thought we were gonna go American, but it's not. I got an extension on it. We're gonna take these guys off right now on the engine bolts. So, all right. Set you guys up down here so you guys can see everything. There we go. Hopefully that, let's actually zoom it out. Sorry for my hand there. There we go. Hopefully you're able to see there. All right, they're tucked in here. One, 13 millimeter. Get over to the other one over here. Okay, I think we're on it. The other one, drop down. And same thing for the other side over here. Easy peasy, guys. Easy, easy, easy work here. Up in there. The other one. And our last one. Well, you know what? Actually, let's hope that engine doesn't come flying out on us, right? Maybe that's something we got to take consideration on, right? Where is our other bolt? I think is right there. Wow, it's right on that pulley. I don't like that. I think that's it though. Boy, that's right on that. I think we got to move that pulley around, or we're going to unlock. What we're going to do is we're going to unlock the brake. Let's unlock the brake there. That kind of fixed it, but I don't think so. That is really, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. That is right on that bolt right there. See that? That's right on it. That's gonna be tough. Let's see what we can do. You can't even, I think we gotta take the pulley off. Yeah, that's how you solve that problem. Pulley off. Right, guys? That's how you solve that problem quickly. Get that belt off there. I'll push that back nicely now. That's really in the way. Let's see if I can move that around a little bit. That's got it. All right, well, the engine didn't fall out, so that's good. We're gonna gently put the, oh, you know what? I bet you the exhaust is holding it in. So all 4 bolts are off. Let's get this thing back down. All of our work underneath should be done, bearing any issues with the exhaust. We'll check with that there in a minute. And if I wasn't filming, this thing would probably be off in 20 minutes. New record. So, all right. Drop it down here. Get our air gun out of the way. All right, yeah, I think our, you know, I've seen these exhaust pipe, these mufflers too. These are actually worth, these mufflers on these LT133s or any of the LT series are worth a good buck on eBay, well over $100. So if you're in the tractor business, if that exhaust is in good shape, something to think about. I just looked it up. I had someone interested, and I couldn't believe the price and what Amazon wants for the aftermarket. Over 100, I believe. And then OEM, original, they're worth some money. So it might be an eBay item for you guys, just thinking about it, okay? So yeah, we'll see what else we have. Let's see how this engine moves. We'll pull it off and get it off for us here. So it looks like we have to do some exhaust work, unfortunately. I don't know how low my, let's see how these go down here. Got to get that bracket out because there's bolts underneath that exhaust there to come out. So anyway, all right. Sorry I had to pause the video there quickly. So a couple developments on this one, and I'll show you guys and girls. This is the almost like a front bumper heat shield in front. There's two 10mm bolts that I just pull out that are 1 and 2. Two 10mm bolts, pull that out. On the inside here, up against the John Deere frame, there's 2 straps for the exhaust. Those are 10mm as well. Pull those guys out. Now you can see we have an engine that is moving around and ready to come out. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Throttle cable. You gotta pull throttle cable off and choke cable. Do that quick. That might be 8mm. That's 8. I think that's 8. Oh, good old 8mm there. Get that guy off. Yeah, that's 8. I forgot to do that. Getting ahead of myself here. So we're just loosening that little bracket, and then we'll pull our throttle cable out. Okay, it's out. Always take these guys, tuck them back, because if you don't want to poke anyone like that, we're real careful with these guys. Tuck them back into themselves right here. And they're out of your way. Okay. So then you could take the exhaust out from underneath. There's 2 bolts to take the exhaust off the engine too, which I'm going to do. So we're going to pull that out. We back this thing up a little bit. Snake it through that little guard. If it actually it might not fit actually. I think the guard might have to come off. I'll pull the guard off. And that's a 12mm. Get our 12. Pretty sure it should be a 12. Oh, maybe 11. That one. It's 13. Which one that one is? It's an 11, or it might be American. We're back and forth on this guy. A bunch of sizes, right? That might be it right there. I think that's it. See, we're going to try one more time getting that thing out. And move it forward here. Catching on something. Alright, let me get my wrench set out. Something else on that. I'm starting to rush. You don't want to rush. Let's see what we got here. Oh. Should do it. That's a 9/16. That should do it. Is that a backup? Yeah. Tightening. That's loosening it. It's just in a real bad spot, and like rusted on there. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. Thinking about just taking our exhaust out at the base of the engine here instead. Maybe we're going to do that instead. Yep, that's going to be the plan. What do they say? There's 5 ways to skin a cat. That's the way we're doing it, guys. So we're taking, because I'm keeping this exhaust anyway. That'll fall through the bottom once I have these bolts loosened up through here. These are 1/2 inch. So 2 1/2 inch bolts will then loosen your exhaust right from the engine. I was just hoping to get it out and flip it up, make it easier, instead of having to get underneath it here. Coming, little by little. Hand loose. Oh yeah, we're hand loose at this point. 1/2 inch bolts on that guy. Thought this was going to be quick. A little bit longer than I thought. There are nuts. Those are nuts coming off there, not bolts. Let's get this side. Didn't want to strip it. Make sure you got a good grip on it. It's starting to rain out pretty good. Definitely need it. So yeah, LT133, we'll have the engine off this guy. You get that seat off, that gas tank's gonna have to come out soon. And then the transmission too. Get that trans out. These front tires hold air nice. I think they're 15/6s, 15 by 6 by 6. Go. Good drop down. There we go. Here's our exhaust right there. That's actually in really nice shape. That's going to do well on eBay. And then we pull our motor out. That's the next step. All right, folks, we're out. As you can see here, not bad. Here's our engine. Right here. Simple as could be. What's going on? The engine went awesome today. What do you think we're having for dinner tonight? Got the old grill cooking. I don't do too many food videos. What I have the French fry pizza about 3 months ago I put on the old channel there. What do we got on the grill here today, huh? Let's take a look. What do we think? Let's zoom out on that guy a little bit. What do we think? How about a 2-foot kielbasa, fresh from a Polish store in New Jersey, brought special to me by a good friend. Look at that bad boy. 2-foot kielbasa on the grill. That's going to be good today. Yeah, so we're doing medium. We're going to do like a medium high heat on this guy. Coming around, medium high heat. I have the grill in the garage today because of all the rain. A lot of thunderstorms up here today. So, got my little guy over here tearing the place up. So, yeah, that LT133 came out not too shabby. Got that exhaust off too that I was telling you guys about, but keep this thing cooking nice. I think it goes about 25 minutes, so got a little bit of cook time on that, but yeah. The fruits of our rewards after pulling that engine out. We'll take it, right? So just let me know if you guys want to see any different content. You want me to do some cooking videos. I know I had one of my potential subscribers when I did my WD-40 video on the hitch of my landscape trailer. He said he would sub me if I sprayed the entire trailer down with WD-40. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet or not, but that was a nice little comment he had on one of my videos with my trailer hitch lubrication options. So yeah, if you want to see something different, something out there, cooking something, or just let me know. Leave it in the comments, and maybe we'll put it up there. Let's see what we can get to. See what the general interest is. I mean, we have coming up on 650 subscribers. Let me know what you guys want to see. I have the Softail, I have the Street Glide, a couple different motorcycles. We can do some more videos there. Sportster maybe. But I want to hear back from you guys and girls. Let me know what you'd like. Again, thanks again so much. Appreciate everything you guys for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate it. Stay safe. Have a great day.